Hi guys, can everybody hear me? I really hope the quality is good. I am hooked up to Ethernet. I got good internet. I got everything at 1080p because you can't do 4K on Instagram. But you know how it is. So somebody let me know if the quality, is it amazing? Is it just okay? I hope it's amazing, but you know how it is with live streams. Tell me if the sound is good. I got a microphone on top of the camera. Sounding quality on period, because on my screen, the quality it's a little blurry. But I have a 50-foot Ethernet hooked up to my computer so I could sit right here in this spot. So I would prefer it be perfect, to be honest. Top tier? Great? We're perfect? What? Tell me the truth. Tell me the fucking truth. Can I scoot back just a little? Okay. Is this better? Am I scooted back enough? I'm watching myself lag a little bit on camera, by the way. So you guys are probably hearing me talk in a lag. Wait, is this better? Is this better with me scooted back a little bit? Because I do intend to try to turn some of this live stream into content. You know, a little blurry? No. You know what? We're just going to blame you. Whoever said it was a little blurry, we're just going to blame your connection. It's not me. No lag for you? Okay, period. Well, you guys don't think it's a lag, but I literally talk and then I watch myself get to that point where I just talk. So y'all don't think it's one, but it's there. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. Okay. Okie dokie then. Leo, Aquarius, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to have you. I'm so happy to see you because guess the fuck what? It's your year. It's your motherfucking year, 2024. I've been saying this. I'm going to keep saying it until December 31st. Why? For those of you who are behind, the reason why, if you have a Leo placement, if you have an Aquarius placement, 2024 is your year. The reason for this is because Pluto is in Aquarius. This is the first time Pluto is in Aquarius, and it'll go back into Capricorn for a little bit this coming fall and then go back into Aquarius. So the fact that it's going to leave Aquarius for just a little tiny bit, right? And just round up, finish out that Pluto and Capricorn cycle, that's telling us that this right here, this is a preview year. We get a little dip. We get a little peek into the next 20 years of our future until 2044 when Pluto changes signs again. So if you are a fixed sign in general, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pluto is charging you up right now, but particularly for Aquarius and Leo placements, because Pluto is an Aquarius, Leo is opposite Aquarius, they are sister signs, it is impacting us directly. We are directly impacted by the strongest planet in the zodiac, the one that causes the biggest transformations, the biggest changes, the planet of life and death, okay? The planet that don't motherfucking play is hitting our signs directly. If you are an Aquarius, then Pluto is coming straight for your planets. This means that you are learning how to be infused with power. You are learning how to bring power inside, how to make these things congruent, right? You're learning how to put power on the same level. And if you are a Leo, recall that Leo is opposite the sign of Aquarius, where Pluto is. So we are learning how to balance power. All of us Leos are learning how to balance power as it relates to Aquarian themes. You know, I'm really nearsighted. I have to bring my computer forward a little bit. I am mad nearsighted. I can't even read the comments all the way, child. It's not looking too good for your girl. Get it? Looking too good? Glasses, no? Okay. Okay. So, first of all, let me read from my notes a little bit, honey. My notebook is all torn the hell up. I got mad notes in here. It's fucked up. But that's how you know I be serious, okay? So like I said, Aquas, you're learning how to infuse power. Leos, you're learning how to balance power. And listen, 2024, you should be having fun. You should be having a lot of fun this year. If you're not having fun, that's a fucking problem. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. But you should be having fun, child. I didn't say 2024 was your year for bullshit. I said it was your year to shine, to be amazing and experience amazing things. So if that's not what's going on, then we're going to get to the bottom of it. You should feel like life is opening up to you right now. Who has life opening up to them right now? Like, I know some of you guys are doing great because some of y'all be following what I say to the T, because I ain't never steered you wrong. You're following your human design. You're getting yourself out there. You're having a good time. You're making new connections. You're keeping up with your friendships, and life is just opening up. Okay? Somebody said it's a little blurry. Look, don't make me cry. I got an Ethernet cord hooked up. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. There ain't even nothing more I can do. You really got to blame Instagram. You really got to blame Instagram because, listen, I can get on this computer right now and I can play a 12-hour 4K YouTube video in an instant. So I know it's not me. It's Instagram. And most Instagram live streams are a little blurry, except for Megan Thee Stallion's. Hers was not blurry the other day. But anyway, clean the camera. Child, the camera is clean. Who said that? Who said that? Wow. The camera is clean, girl. It's just Instagram. Anyway, let me not spend too much time on this. Anyway, so listen, Aquarius, you should be quantum leaping. Aquarius placements should be quantum leaping. Leo placements, you should be posh living. Okay, posh, honey. You should be posh living. For those of y'all that don't know, posh living means you're living nicely, luxuriously. I got a friend. She's about to get her own side of the house. Like, she's going to move in with a relative, and she's going to be smack in New York City, very close to the water. And she's going to have a whole side of her relative's house to herself, essentially a house within a house. It's posh living, no rent, no nothing. She gets to turn that bitch into whatever she want. The sunlight is good. She got 2 motherfucking toilets back there. That's posh living. Leos, you should be gearing up for some posh living. And if you have both placements, Leo and Aquarius, you should be quantum leaping and posh living. Okay. That's what I told you guys back in your classes in January. And in, I think that was January, February. Yeah. Leos, I told you guys, this is your year to live luxuriously, to start the next 20 years. Because remember, this is a preview year. So the next 20 years should look like you living posh as fuck. And whatever situation you're in and wherever you are in life, it should be posh as a motherfucker. Okay. Chefs, maids, whatever you need. And Aquarius, for those of you guys that don't know, a quantum leap, right? A quantum leap is when you jump timelines, when you accelerate your own timeline. We go over this in depth in the Aquarius Masterclass, but just as a refresher, you enter your quantum leap when you are abiding by your design. That's number one. And when you have an Aquarius placement and you're naturally in your human design, you will automatically, it'll be so natural, so easy to venture off into your own path, doing your own thing, taking the road less traveled, right? And recall that the sign of Aquarius represents things that are unexpected. So boom, just like that, from you doing your own thing and being in design, taking that unexpected path, boom, taking that path less traveled, I mean, boom, that's how things unexpected pop up. Aquarius, Uranus, it represents things that happen suddenly. Something suddenly happens or circumstances suddenly change. And it's through that unexpectedness, it's through that suddenness where you're in the right place at the right time doing your thing that boom, your timeline is totally accelerated. You pushed years into the future and you have a quantum leap. That happened to me. That happened to me in 2018. I have Aquarius, Jupiter, and Uranus. And I was using my design. I didn't know it at the time. And my astrology thread took off. And that pushed me. I didn't even know it. That pushed me several years into the future. So then when the pandemic happened and everybody was inside all day and there was nothing to do but study, boom, there I was right there, chock full of astrology information. And that blew my life up. It blew my life up the day it happened in 2018, even before the pandemic. But I've just been light years ahead of lots of people around me. That's just what happened. I quantum leap. And so in the Aquarius Masterclass, I taught you how to do the same. And so that's why we're here today, Leos and Aquarius, so we can check in and figure out why you're not quantum leaping and why you're not posh living, because clearly something is amiss. Because life's great. What Glorilla say? Life's great. Pussy's still good. Still some wishing that a bitch would. Okay. Okay. Like y'all got to get with it. All right. So let me tell you something. Let's see where I want to go in my notes. So let me tell you guys what I've been up to. Let me role model. You know, I'm a 6'9". Okay. So let me role model real quick and tell you what I've been up to and how I've been, because I have Aquarius placements and Leo placements. So yes, posh living, and I'm on my quantum leap shit. Haven't had my latest quantum leap yet, but bitch, I'm on the way there because I'm right here, right now, doing shit that I enjoy doing. Path less traveled, free classes, checking in. Okay, let's do it. This is different. So one thing that I've been doing, and I told you guys this earlier this year, I made a tweet about this. I said that Leo and Aquarius, your signs, our signs, this is the creation axis. Leo is the sign of creation, and then Aquarius is the sign of the audience, those who take in the creation. That doesn't mean that Aquarius doesn't create. That's just the nature of the signs in general. And so I told you guys, I said, you need to be making projects. You need to have projects, and you need to be creating things. I know everybody says that. I know you've heard that 1,000 times online. Oh, be a creator, create. But there's no other way to say it. There's no other way to say it. Well, maybe I can say it like this. You need to be working on a project. You need to be enjoying some type of project that you are building by yourself from the ground up, and it's got all of your passions in it. It's got your genius zone in it. You know, you're just thriving. You're enjoying this. You're doing this for hours on end. You're telling your friends about it. You're spending money on it. You can't wait to see the way it comes together. It doesn't matter if it turns you into a millionaire, because that's not the point. It's a project. You're just trying to get your hands dirty and just see how well you can do doing something you want to do, having fun. That is the number one thing. That is the number one thing you should be looking to do for 2024. Like, yes, there's a lot of things to remember, a lot of energy to keep in mind, the advice I've given you. But if we're talking about doing, keeping your hands on something, this project is the most important. And so the project I've been working on is the Jade Code. As you know, actually, I don't think this is my first time saying Jade Code out loud, but it was formerly known as the money system for manifesting generators and generators. So I've changed the name, changing it to the Jade Code. I think that fits way better. And plus, saying the money system on a video just didn't even sound right. It just sounded weird. It was okay when I wrote it down on Twitter, but because I want to do a commercial for it. I haven't got around to it yet because the inspiration hasn't truly gripped me. I haven't had the full vision for how I want to do the commercial. However, I do know that I did want to rename the project to the Jade Code, and it will be out. Write this down, write this down, write this down. It will be out July 22nd at, I think, 1:30 p.m. July 22nd, 1:30 p.m. The Jade Code, which is the money system. You're a generator, manifesting generator, especially if you have Leo and Aquarius placements, you're going to want to be there. We'll talk more about that later. But that is the project I have been working on. I'm working on a film for it, which is why I have the camera, the setup. I know y'all can't tell, but it's studio lights on me right now. I've been having a blast because let me tell you guys, I used to do video and film. Listen, my daddy, he has a sun conjunct Uranus at a 0 degree. You know, Uranus is Aquarius's ruler. And that nigga had a webcam in 2000, before niggas had webcams, before people had really a computer in their home like that. Because back then it was kind of like expensive, or like you kind of had to be a real working professional to have that home office with that computer at home instead of at work. He had a webcam. And bitch, my little Leo ass, Leo sun, Leo moon, I was on that webcam. Me and my sister, we was on there. We was, hey girl, I'm still Jenny from the block. We used to love that song. We was doing our thing. So being in front of the camera, producing, coming up with ideas and stories is something I've been doing for a long time. It's really one of my genius zones. And even though for a long while, for more than a decade, I've been away from that part of my creativity. If you've been away from your creativity for a long time, that's okay. You can go back into it. You don't have to be nervous about, oh, I don't know enough, or I won't be able to do it, or all this self-doubt. Just start. It's just creativity. It's not meant to be perfect. It's not meant to define your life. It's just meant to satisfy you. It's meant to make you happy with the outcome because you were able to do it, because you wanted to, because you enjoyed it, because this is your way of putting creation into the world in a way that's not just, you know, having babies or creating chaos. You know, it's serious. So that's what I've been working on. I'm working on a film for the Jade Code. I've created an ebook for it. There's a workbook for it, bitch. I have been in my creation bag. And let me tell you, like I said, this isn't about money. Like, yes, I'm going to charge for it, but I don't know how well it will do. I don't know if it's going to do all this and do all that and make a certain amount. Do I have goals? Yes. Do I want to achieve them? Yes. But if they don't, that's totally fine because I'm doing it for me. I'm creating this system for me. And I'm also creating this system just also as a way to give back to the world because like I've been telling you guys, and this kind of leads me into my next point, 2027, it's coming. It is upon us. And for those of you that don't know in human design, we know that in 2027, we will experience our first global shift, our first global energy shift in 400 years. Every 400 years, the world changes its background frequency. And it is that background frequency that determines the general state of the world. So the one we're in right now, it's known as the cross of planning. And it's because of this current background energy that's about to end. It's the reason why we have healthcare, democracy, governments, all of the systems that make sure that we survive, that make sure that food gets delivered to the grocery store with no bugs on it, that make sure you can drink the tap water if you really wanted to, that make sure you can safely take a shower and turn on a light in your house without the fuse fucking blowing and frying the whole building. We have systems in place that make sure those things don't happen, that make sure they're regulated. So come 2027, those systems will start breaking down, including government, including democracy. And what will happen is we will move into an individual society of sovereignty. Do you guys know what the word sovereign means? Sovereign means self-governing, full authority. It means a full authority. So if you are a sovereign person, it means that we're moving into an era where only the full authority of yourself will be able to save you. This means that you will have to be able to make decisions with your own human design, through your own inspiration, doing things your own way, eating in your own way, being unique as possible. All of the little things that make you you. It's going to be essential. I can't tell you exactly all the ways in which the world will change because nobody that's alive now has ever been through or lived through a global cycle shift and seen it with their eyes. The people who last saw it, that was 400 years ago, they're very dead. They're Dimmadome dead, okay? Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimstill Dimmadome, and they are dead as fuck under the Dimmadome. You see what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, however, what I can tell you, though, is that we won't be able to rely on these systems. So you'll have to be in the right place at the right time, connected to the right people, so you can make sure that you always have what you need and you can keep creating, keep having fun, and you won't have to think about it. You guys know, most of you should know that I've talked about the haves and the have-nots. The haves and the have-nots is where once we move post-2027, you're going to have a group of society who's doing what they should be doing, following their design, having fun, being creative, people who aren't worried about survival. And you'll have this other group who's still trying to hang on to the way the world used to be, who's trying to rely on the government, the system, who are conforming, who's mad at AI for taking over jobs instead of just doing their own thing, etc., and so on. And it's going to be this huge divide. And so today, all of you who are Aquarius and Leo placements, I am in the process of getting you on the side of the haves. I can't save everybody, but I can save some of you. How many people is in here? It's about 1,000 people in here. That's at least 1,000 people right here, right now, who should be on that side of the haves as we progress through each year, post-2027 and beyond, creating, having fun, not worried about survival. Human design does say out of its own mouth, the text, it says, you are not here to worry about survival. You're not here to be poor. You're not here to be hungry at all. It's not anyone's fault. It's not the fault of the system. It's not the fault of your mother. Now, did the system contribute to poverty and strife? Yes. Did your mama and daddy contribute to your poverty and strife? Hell yes. Because I got a really strong thing against parents who don't set them kids up for success. I just can't. That's a whole other topic. I got very strong, passionate feelings about it. But Yes, those things contributed, but they're not the reason that things are going to or have to remain that way for you. Knowing this information, knowing that you're not meant to be poor, you're not meant to be hungry, you're just meant to have fun and create and self-govern. Only you can create this reality. Only you. Nobody else can create it for you. The government can't give it to you. Your mom can't give it to you. Only you. And I'm trying to get everyone to understand that you have the power right here, right now, to begin that process, to morph, to transform into something that fully decides your own reality. I decide my own reality. I don't truly care about credit. I don't truly care about the healthcare system being bad. I mean, I care in the fact that it affects people, but I mean, like, it's not affecting me. Why? Because I'm self-governing, because no matter what happens, I know that I have the power to take care of myself through all things. I know I have the power to get my desires, to get what I need. I know I have the power to choose to put myself in the right place at the right time and with the right people. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. My life isn't perfect. There's always little imperfections going on, always. But what I am as a generator is I'm satisfied. And what I am as somebody with Aquarius and Leo placements is I'm someone who's having a goddamn good time in 2024. And my preview year is looking amazing. And yours should be too. It should be. So Leos, here's some advice for the project, for the projects, Leos and Aquarius. Leos, you want to really tap into the creation of your project. And what I mean by that is, think about you, Leo. You are a creation. You are a creation. So in order to tap in and externalize creations that come from you, you have to tap into yourself. You have to be able to understand yourself to be you. Now, if you're not a generator or a manifesting generator, disregard what I'm saying about know yourself, because only the G and the MG is really here to look inward. Okay. But if you're a projector, manifestor, reflector, then you just need to know, you still need to be aware of what you like and what makes you, you, but you will learn that in other ways that doesn't have to do with looking inward. But regardless, you guys get the point. If you have a Leo placement, your best creations are going to come from understanding you, from understanding what things you like. That's where your best creations are going to come from. And then when you have an Aquarius placement, you need to be able to tap into the audience, because Aquarius is about the audience. It's about the groups. And you need to be able to tap into that to understand, what does the group see? What does the group want? How do I connect through the group? What brings us all together as like-minded people in a group? And if you have both placements like I do, then you want to do a combination of both. That's where your best projects are going to come from. And you know, whatever project you do, I'm not telling you, okay, make sure you post it online, post it somewhere. You don't have to do none of that. You just need to do it. Whatever happens, happens. But you just need to do it. If your desire motivation, though, don't listen to that. Whatever happens, happens. Bitch, you need to have a plan, and you need to have an outcome that you're trying to get with your plan, because that's how desire motivation works. Okay, let me take a sip. And let me tell y'all something about the creative process. You're never going to get it right the first time. You're never going to understand what thing you like to do creatively, or how you like to do it, and all the different ways it can go well the first time you do it. You got to keep doing it. Literally this time last year, June of last year, I started recording B-roll footage on my phone, because I swore up and down I was going to give TikTok a real solid try. I was going to give it a try, and I was going to do my thing. I was going to go hard on the Instagram reels. And I did end up doing that. I did end up making a lot of reels, and I tried it out. And guess what? I still am not attracted to TikTok. You know, my friends send me TikTok videos. It's hard for me to watch them because I'm not really on there. Like, I can go any number of days without looking at it or thinking about it. TikTok has just never truly captured me. Even though I found lots of helpful information, I've seen great videos, it just hasn't captured me. Same thing with Reels. I do like Reels. I like it, and I like making it, but making it with my iPhone the way I was doing, which is pretty much the way everyone else was doing, it wasn't able to fully capture me. But I know that I enjoyed the process of creating, of making a video, watching it 30 times. And what I'm doing now is I'm shifting. Now, if you are inside of a Venusian upgrade, my upgrade group for upgrading your Venus and just honoring Mother Venus and being the best version of you and your Venus you can motherfucking be, then you already know that I put y'all on game months ago. And I said, if you want to get ahead in your short form content game, you got to switch to cinematic style. Don't say I never gave y'all no tea. Don't say I ain't never told y'all nothing, because I'm telling you right now. Some of you probably already know, but did you really know until I mentioned it right now? You got to be cinematic. You got to tell a story. So that's what I'm going to switch to next. I want to make commercials. I want to tell a story. I want to put my camera on a gimbal and record. I want my friends involved. I want to be involved. I want to be the director, the producer, the script writer. Bitch, I'm the color grader. I've been color grading. I just got a boom pole. I'm not using it now, but I got one. The audio going to be on point. Like, if you're going to get into it, you got to get into it. So that was a year ago. So a year ago, I was just on my phone, la, 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 in New York City, da, 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 you know, B-roll. But now I get B-roll with my camera. Now I'm like really into it. Now I'm color grading. I know about 3-point lighting. Like, bitch, I'm in here, okay? So with that being said, you're going to go through trial and error. It's going to take time. And it's going to be worth it. Like, here we are a year later, and now I'm making a documentary. Like, whoa, exciting. And if you're a generator or a manifesting generator, you better watch it. You better be in the money system. I mean, the Jade code. See, money system does sound good because you know what it is, but it just doesn't sound good for my commercial. Maybe it should be the Jade code, the ultimate money system. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that. That way it's still clear what it is, child. Okay. So a second ago, I did mention desire motivation. So let's touch on that. If you are on my email list, the Morning Jade newspaper, then you got a morning paper this morning. And I told you about my 2 biggest spring revelations from this past spring. And they were human design motivation and they were power. And I mean, it was human design motivation and power, right? So starting off with motivation, listen, I've been teaching human design for actually a few years now. It'll literally be 3 years this fall. So I'm sure most of you have a decent understanding of your strategy and your authority. If you do not, simply go to iJaadee.com, 2 A's, 2 E's, iJaadee.com, and click on the beginners tab. Click on that. You can get started. It's very simple, very easy to get started. But for those of you who understand, you're probably still like, Jade, I've been using my motivation. I've been using my design and I don't understand. Something isn't working. I don't get anything to respond to. Number one, generators and mani-gens, you always have something to respond to. Something is always coming up. If you're going weeks and weeks and weeks and months and you feel like, oh, nothing has come up, that's a lie. That's not true. Remember, you're only just now learning this information. You're only just now becoming aware that you have something inside of you that operates as a response mechanism. Nobody has ever told you that you had this. So it's only natural that you don't always seem to catch when you can be in response, when something is in front of you or you're hearing it or you're smelling it or someone touched you or whatever the case may be to prompt you into action, into discovery. Right? Because did you even try, or did something come up and you were like, nah, I'm not even gonna, I'll just wait. Like, no, yeah, exactly. Something always comes up. Okay. However, those of you who are responding, who do understand motivation, your human design motivation, it's very important. It's very important. I'm talking about it for a reason, because your motivation, it's the underlying driving force behind your decision making. I have fear motivation, and as a fear motivated person, it is so good. It is so outrageously healthy for me to follow my fears, to investigate, go deeper. Why am I scared of this? What is it about this fear that is unknown to me that I need to find out? What do I need? When you're fear motivation, you don't know what you need off top. We should never assume that we know what we need, and we have to find out. So knowing this information, shit, I was scared to do this live stream. I was scared to continue the Morning Jade. I was scared to, to start filming. I was scared to do a lot of shit. I just be fucking scared. But that's how fear motivation is. And it's correct for me to continue to go deeper and deeper into that. And without knowing that, I would just be in transference. Transference is when you do the opposite of your motivation. So the opposite of fear motivation is need. If I didn't know this, I would just be in transference and I would just be, oh, I just assume I need this. I assume I need that. Then find out later I need way more. And then it fucking kills the motivation. And then I give up. That's how it would be, because that's what generators and manifesting generators do. We be giving up, which is very silly. So I'm not going to spend too much time on motivation. I did a lot of tweeting about it. I have a whole class on it on my website, on my Etsy. Check it out, where you can do your own research. The next thing is power. Power, child, power. Listen, okay. So motivation, that's key number one for where a lot of y'all are probably going wrong in your 2024. Not, oh yeah, by the way, not following your design. Because if I look at these comments and if I see anybody tell me some shit like, oh, I don't understand my human design, or I haven't really been deep into it, there ain't nothing I can do for you. I have given you the keys. I have told you the research is available and it's free. It's all free. You can just look it up. There's nothing anybody can do for you if you're not willing to look into that research, if you're not willing to do that work yourself to understand, hey, how was I designed to make decisions? How was I designed to digest food? What environment was I designed to be in? Who am I? And like I said, if you're not a generator or MG, you're not going to necessarily spend your time looking inwards. There's other processes for you guys, right? I understand that. But regardless, the information is there. So if you're not on it, there's nothing I can do to help you. And I guarantee you, I literally guarantee you, I'm being very serious. I'm sympathetic to the things that everyone is going through. And because I am sympathetic, that's why I put out so many tweets every day. That's why we're doing a free check-in, because I'm trying to tell you guys the information is available and there's nothing stopping you. Nothing. There's no money stopping you. There's no time stopping you. No kids, no relationship. There is nothing stopping you from your power, your ability to choose to learn how you are meant to make decisions. Because once you learn this and you make your decisions correctly by your unique body, by your unique standards, that's how you get your dream life. That's how you get what's meant for you. That's how you have the experiences that you were always destined to have in the best way possible. I guarantee you that is your problem. If you're already doing that, you need to look into your motivation, and that's going to be your second problem. And the third thing, the third part of our check-in for why your 2024 probably isn't going the way you want. Drum roll, please. I'm going to reapply my lip gloss. Keep everybody in suspense. Read a couple of comments while I do so. Is anybody still seeing the stream clearly? Like, is there anybody that can see it clearly at all? Like, I mean, damn. And for those of y'all that missed it in the beginning, I do have an Ethernet cord set up. Like, I bought the best Google Fiber package. I mean, there's only so much your girl can do. Somebody said, what website for your HD chart? iJaadee.com. Go to my website, click on the beginners tab. Okay, period. Okay, period is clear. All right. It's power. It's power. Let me tell you something. Let me ruffle some feathers a little bit too. If you're one of those bitches and one of those niggas who be online and you see the discourse about the book, 48 Laws of Power, and you're one of those people who's like, that's for narcissists. Oh, this is so manipulative. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh my God. You are someone, and I'm going to tell you, you are somebody who is lacking in power. Those who do not understand power are lacking in it. Those who are lacking in power are lacking in literally everything else. You're going to be lacking in resources. You're going to be lacking on the right relationships. You're going to be lacking the right job. You're going to be lacking even the right appearance. You're not even going to be looking the best that you could actually look until you understand power, until you attain personal power. Let me not say attain personal power, because guess what? We're all born with it. We all have power. But until you can tap in to your own deep, eternal reservoir of power, you're going to be lacking. You're not going to be as beautiful as you could be. You're not going to attract what you can attract. You're just going to be lacking. People are scared of power. And rightfully so. The book is The 48 Laws of Power. It's a very controversial book. It's as old as I am. It's very controversial, but that's because it's dark, it's gritty, it's about power, it's got real shit in there. I'm not telling you that every little thing in there is just so 100% accurate to your life, or that you need to take every little piece of advice, but I guarantee you there's at least 10 things in that book that you need to read and understand, whatever those are going to be for you, because there's 48 different laws, and I guarantee you there's at least 10 things in there where you were lacking in power and you have no idea. But once you read it, you're going to be like, oh shit, I see where I'm lacking in power in this. And you're going to really know if this is something you're lacking in if you read apart from that and you're like, oh my gosh, this makes me scared, or I feel insecure or triggered. That's when you're really going to know. So like I was saying, people who are lacking in power are afraid of it. If your 2024 isn't going well, if you're not having fun, if you're not creating, babes, you are lacking in power. You are allowing yourself to be a powerless person. And I'm here to tell you guys that none of us are powerless. None of you are powerless. You're never as powerless as you think. Don't y'all know I would have been fucking Mr. Beast right now. I would have been a way bigger somebody. I just would have been. If I had known about the incredible power inside of me as a child, but I just didn't know. Because I said this in my email this morning in the newspaper, Morning Jade newspaper, sign up on my website. I said this morning that I didn't know as a child, nobody teaches you that you have power. Everybody says, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if you do, there's going to be consequences. Goddamn the consequences. This is my life and I make the decisions. I have the final say. The fuck? I wish I would have known that. When I was younger, I had a 2006 Sony Cybershot. I had the cute pink one. It was square. It was the, I think, 7.1 megapixels. Anyway, my mom, I have Moon Pluto. My mother took it from me and she sat it on top of a very high dresser that she had in her room. And it sat there for months and months and months until one day it just went missing and it was gone. I was too afraid to just take it back and just be like, no, I'm not going to allow myself to have my camera taken from me. Like, just know, like, yeah, she's my mom. And whatever I did, y'all, I promise it wasn't that serious. Like I said, I had Moon Pluto. I didn't even do anything. I swear to God, it wasn't that serious. But I didn't know my power to just tell her no, to just take it back. You know, I could have taken it back, took it to my dad's house or anything. I didn't have to take that. And because I allowed that to happen, see, normally I might say, because my mom took my camera from me, I wasn't able to become a bigger star. No, because I was unaware of the power I had to correct that situation, to change that situation for myself. I wasn't able to continue my YouTube career because I started out on YouTube very early. I was actually very serious about it, but then my camera got taken away. And in true generator fashion, I gave up. But I didn't know. I was just a child. I didn't know. But I guarantee you, my children will know different. Your children should know different. And you should know different right now. Whenever we're lacking in things, especially money, and we're going to get into that topic next, especially money, it is a power issue. It's a power issue. You have to understand your power. You have to be willing to do the hard thing, the scary thing. Power is scary, and that's okay. It should be. It should be. It should be scary, because if it's not scary, then just anybody would go after it all willy-nilly, and then we'd have a bunch of chaos. But because every motherfucking body and their mama is scared of it, only select people are able to get it and keep it. That's a word. Okay. Let's talk money. Let's talk cash. Cash money shit. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, like I said, my spring revelations, I learned a lot about power. And one of the things I learned is that money issues, financial issues, these at the root of a financial problem is a power issue. It's a power issue because in astrology, we know that Taurus and Scorpio are on the money axis, right? Taurus is money in general. It's our natural resources, which are our natural talents, our skills, things of that nature. And in Scorpio, opposite Taurus, right? Other people's resources, other people's talents and skills. Scorpio also represents power. right? Power, like I said at the beginning, is the ability to do. It's your ability to do anything, the ability to make change. Whatever it is, if you can do it, that's power. If you can influence change, that's power. And wherever other people, because remember, Scorpio is about other people's resources, right? So Scorpio in the 8th house, etc. So wherever other people are having more influence than you do in your own life, and they're changing things and causing transformations that you do not approve of in your life, you're lacking in power, but they're not. They've got way too much power over your life, or a situation has way too much power and you don't. Power is always going to be a push and pull. You always got to give a little and you got to take a little. It's always going to be like that. You're never just sitting there with a set amount of power and then that's it. It's always a push and a pull. You can't be afraid of this push and pull. Let me give y'all an example. So actually, so somebody who had access to my bank accounts, somebody who helps me in my business, they took money, a lot of money from my bank account. And it wasn't all that damn much, but they definitely wiped me clean for that week. Like that was the little money I was going to work with for like the next month or so, you know, just try to coast. Cause I was kind of in a state of hermit mode. I was like, okay, I don't really feel like trying to do another class or anything. You know, this is what I have saved up. I'm just going to chill. Swiper, no swiping that ass. I got swiped. And when I talked to them, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It was the people on my team, But I realized, because I had been reading this book, it's called Overcoming Under-Earning. It's a very great book. I highly suggest everyone read it. But I had been reading that book. And in the book, the author talks about how all financial issues are because of power. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much power I was giving over to that person. Whoa, I was lacking in power. And I saw it opened up, what do they call it? Wormhole? Rabbit hole. Opened up a rabbit hole where I could see even more deeply all the places I was lacking in power in my business and in my finances, and how it was preventing me from moving on to the next level. And so I had to get strategic for me personally. Not everybody is strategic. That's okay. I had to get a little strategic. I had to go inward. I had to find out, where am I lacking in power in my life? And after doing a lot of deep dives into myself, into what was going on, I realized, oh, I'm lacking in power in this situation because deep down inside, and I didn't realize this till after doing the introspection, I realized, oh, deep down inside, I had a deep belief that I was unable to do things, that there were just things I couldn't do. Like I would look at things I would want to do, like doing my own taxes, for example, and be like, no, I just can't do it. There's no way I can do it. Building my own website. At first, when I was trying to get the website built, it was like, oh no, I just can't do it. I won't be able to do it. Somebody else has to do it. And I realized it was that belief. It was that right there where I was giving up power to others. I was giving up my own ability to do, for me personally, this is my personal story, that was taking away my power and putting me in financial ruts because I was paying other people to do things that I believed I couldn't do. And it was making me powerless and it was draining my wallet. But once I understood this, once I came into awareness, I was able to make a change. Now, notice I didn't say once I was able to fix it. I didn't say I fixed it. I didn't say I corrected it. I have a projector in my life who told me about how sometimes it's harmful to use the language of fixing and correcting, when really it's not about fixing things. It's about developing awareness. I became more aware. And it was through that awareness that I began making different decisions that could influence a positive change. Okay. Y'all are going to have to start noticing, because I can't tell you guys all the places you're lacking in power. You're going to have to do that work yourself. And if you're not willing to do that work, I'm not going to be able to help you. You're not going to be able to help yourself. I can only help you to help yourself. That's what I'm here for. I'm just the assist. I'm the assistant. I'm just here to assist you in helping you. Okay. You've got to get down into the nitty gritty. You've got to realize the times where you're feeling insecure, where you're feeling triggered, when you look at your wallet and the dust mites come out, you've got to be like, okay, Jade said it's a power issue. Where am I lacking in power? You might not find out that same day. You might not find out the next week, but as long as you remain aware that it's a power issue and that there's something inside of you that you're not aware of yet, where power is being given away, then you can come into the awareness of what the real truth is. Because the real truth for me was that, oh, I can do things myself. I should just give it a try. I don't need to try to give all these things to everyone else to do when I can do things myself as well. Period. Wow. Like, that's crazy, you know? And so let's talk about the Jade code, the ultimate money system for generators and for manifesting generators. Let's talk about that, okay? I developed the Jade code. I've been developing the Jade code, the money system, because I feel like money, not even I feel like, money is and always has been quite the taboo topic. Money's always been so taboo. And let me tell you guys something that hurts me. Whenever I'm just doing my thing, and I always do my classes for $50, I feel like that's very reasonably priced. And then I still have people who come and tell me, Jade, I don't have the money right now. Or, girl, my pockets are hurting right now, I'm broke, I can't. And I'm like, what? And it's disturbing to me. It's very disturbing to hear that, because none of you should be broke. None of you. Like, why? Why? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you should not be poor or starving. It's not right. It's not natural. It's not healthy. I don't believe it's not natural. It's not good. And so that's why, like I said, on my website, on my Twitter, on the internet in general, human design, the information, how to make decisions, it's available so that you can get what you want when you want it, so that you can focus on creation, passion, projects, amplifying your power without worrying about survival. Okay? And what I've done with the Jade code is I've specifically wanted to focus on money. I have a second house Pluto, okay? And when you have a second house Pluto, a lot of my personal power does come from resources, from having or not having. I've been poor before. When I was in high school, we were warming up our bath water in the microwave. If any of my classmates are watching this, shout out to you guys, because I was coming to school having taken a cold shower that morning, or getting like one of those containers that used to like hold a bunch of mints, like mint candy. We would take the mint candy out and we would put the water in the bucket and warm it up in the microwave for 10 minutes. And we didn't have a stove. We didn't have a refrigerator. My brothers didn't have a bed. We didn't have shit. So I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to be hungry. And I find it to be very unnatural. And I'm doing my part to put something into the world so that nobody has to go through that, so that people can make money, not just for the sake of money. Because see, money isn't what's important. Money isn't what's actually important. Money is just a tool. The goal of the money system, the goal of the Jade code is not money in and of itself. We're not just here to talk about woo cheese. It's not that. It's the empowerment, guys. The goal of the Jade code, the money system, the purpose is the power that gets to surge through your veins because you were able to take care of yourself from doing something you love to do. It's only for generators and manifesting generators, okay? Because that's where I have the most experience, because I am one. I'm a generator. It's the empowerment you get from knowing that you were doing something you love to do and it took care of you. How old was I? Was I 21 or 22? Was I 20 years old? I think I was only 20 years old. Yeah, I was. I was only 20 years old when I sat at my kitchen table at my mama's house, my childhood home. And I sat there for 2 hours giving astrology readings, talking to people about astrology. And in 2 hours, I had made $800. And at the time, this was pre-pandemic, and I lived in the South. My rent was only $600, and I had enough money to pay my rent. That was crazy. That was insane. Nobody had ever told me, and nobody could have told me from where I was at life that time. Nobody could have told me, hey, you can pay your rent doing this really weird, cool thing that you love to do, and it'll work for you. Nobody could have told me that. I had to find out. And thank God I did. I was in design without knowing it. My father was scared for me. My dad was like, You need to get a job. Like, what about health? What about healthcare? What about this? And what about that? What if that doesn't work out? But not once did he ever ask me, well, how were you able to pay your rent? What did you do? What did you tell people? What happened? He never asked. He was just like, what about healthcare? And what about my mom with her Sagittarius moon self? She was worried that God would strike me down. I don't even believe in God anymore, by the way, which we're going to talk about that another day. But she was worried that the good Lord would just strike me down and send me to hell. She was like, the devil has a hold of you. God doesn't like this. And so I was like, okay, God, if you don't like it, you can just take it away from me. Like, you can just take it away because I don't want to go to hell. I'll be okay. But every month it just got better. And what I found out is that it didn't get better because God allowed it, because there was some God dictating whether I could be successful doing what I loved. Bitch, it was me. It was me with my power, my own ability to choose every day, choosing to do astrology, choosing to focus on that, choosing to enjoy it for what it was, not trying to focus on some big, long outcome or whether it would work or not, just because I knew I was having fun and I knew I was satisfied with what I was doing. That's why things work for me. My own power, my own ability. No God, no judge, no dad, no mom, me. And the same thing should be, can be, and will be happening for you. I go into this in the money system. I'm going to teach you in the Jade code, my own personal code for power, money, and earning by creation. The Jade code is going to be $350. Yes, $350. It comes out on July 22nd. So that means between now and then, you have time to use your human design, to use your motivation, and be in position to buy it on launch or to buy it end of July and August, whenever. But you do have the power. You have the ability. Do not come to my DMs. Do not come into my messages and tell me, oh my God, I wish I could, but no, because you do. It's available right now. The fact that you're even here right now, the power for you to buy whatever you want, for you to use your creations, use your passions, use your enjoyment, your satisfaction to get whatever you want is available right now. If you're emotional authority, you're going to have time to see how you feel by the time it comes out. Klarna is available as well on Etsy. You'll have the availability of Klarna. If you are in Canada or out of the country, then the rate will be adjusted for you to match up with what's similar in your currency to the US. You'll just have to message me. Okay. And with that being said, I want to show you guys the first commercial. So you know me, you know I'm a real role model babe. So I gotta role model my projects. Like I told y'all, I've been in the lab, in the studio with the lighting and the camera. I said I want to do commercials. Like, you know, fuck these little reels and these little TikToks. Like, bitch, let's go cinema. Now, this one isn't as cinematic as I would have liked because it is mostly iPhone footage, but fuck it. We're going to roll with it. Next commercial going to be better. So let me go pull it up on the shit. I'm excited. And I really love how I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard's going to let me put this on the screen. Yes, again. Oh, shit, there it is. How's that? She got me baller. Oh, you guys. That's right. I'm a little baller in the making. Yeah, baller. I wear a mean dark pair of shades, and you can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig? We fly high, no lie, you know this. Foreign rides outside is like showbiz. We stay fly, no lie, and you know this. Lips and thighs, oh my. You niggas need to stay focused when you dealing with a motherfucking G. You know my name, Jones, one eye, capital status, only above, motherfucker. Okay, wait, fucking period. The debut, bitch. We're going hard. Listen. The Jade Code is my huge project for 2024. I'll probably do another second project in 2024. This is my first half 2024 project. I am so excited. I'm in my genius zone. I'm in my power. Okay. I'm in my creation. If you're an Aquarius placement, if you're a Leo placement, especially if you're a manifesting generator or a generator, you need to be creating. You need to be putting your projects out there. Just start. trial and error. It doesn't have to be perfect. You might think, oh, there's nothing exciting me. There's nothing coming up. I don't know what to do. Baby, if you just keep living your life and you keep this in mind, then something's going to come up where you're like, oh, you know what? I do like this. You know what? I could try that. Remember, you have the ability to do all things through you who strengthens you, not Christ. It's you, boo. It's you. Okay, somebody say, I don't know what to do. You don't got to know right now. You just need to keep this awareness in mind. Everything from this stream, keep it aware. Okay. Okay, you guys. This was such an enjoyable stream. When you're using a secondary streaming software with Instagram Live, they only let you stream for an hour. So that means we'll probably get cut off here in like the next 5 minutes or so. I'm going to put this video on YouTube. StreamYard should have been recording it for me. So I'm going to download it, put it on YouTube. If you have any questions, you can leave it under the YouTube comments once they are available. Or you can leave it under here on Instagram. I'm not sure if I'll leave it up on Instagram. I need to check to see if the stream is actually going to be very pretty once it's on Instagram, or is it going to be blurry? Like if it's blurry, I'm going to be mad and I'm going to delete it and put it on YouTube. But if it's clear and crisp, okay, period. And great. And you can leave your comments there and I can answer your questions. Y'all know I'm always open to helping, answering questions. I'm here to assist. I'm here to help you. Okay. Generators, manifesting generators. Oh, wait, before y'all go, big thing too. This is big. And let me tell you, because I did say earlier, I said I'm sympathetic to everybody taking their time, understanding design, making sure that you have resources, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Listen, if you sign up for the Morning Jade newspaper, if you're a generator or a manifesting generator, when the money system releases, you will get $75 off the system. Huge discount, major discount, because I told you guys, it's really not about the money. It's about the creation. So I don't really mind doing that. I don't mind, like most businesses wouldn't do $75 off unless it was like $1,000. I don't know, 600. Then they'll do stuff like that. But I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. I think a big discount is worth it for the people who are interested. I think that's worth it. So if you sign up for the Morning Jade newspaper, all you got to do is be on the newspaper. And the reason why you have to sign up for the newspaper to get the discount is so I can send it to you and only you. And of course, you'll get to read what I put out on the paper. That's great too, of course. But yeah, it's got to be a way for me to send you the discount. So it's on my website, iJaadee.com. Just click right there, iJaadee.com, and then click on the Morning Jade newspaper. And the day before the system goes out, $75 off for you. So $350 minus 75 is 2 something. So instead of saving for $350, you can save for that much if you sign up for the paper. So period. And if you're already signed up, you're good to go. Period. I feel like I was giving otaku girl today. I'm on my Megan Thee Stallion today. I just feel like I was giving cutesy anime babe. You know, wait, how it go? Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good in all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide. These bitches local. Arigato. 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 Ooh. I'm literally at the tail end of Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my God, it's so fucking good. Good ass anime. I am just thoroughly entertained. I love the plot, the story, the characters. I love it. Oh, and those of you who aren't that into anime, if you really want to learn something about power, go watch Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with it. I don't play about it. Okay. I'm true to this, not new to this. But one thing about DBZ is the way it displays power. At the heat of the moment, a character is going to go through an intense transformation. Remember, in astrology, Scorpio represents Scorpio, 8th house Pluto. That represents transformation. It represents power. You know, they're synonymous for a reason. And at the heat of the moment, the character undergoes transformation and they reach a new level of power. That shit is so deep. That shit is so deep. And that's what I want y'all to do. Somehow it got very hot in here under these lights. It's also very hot outside and I'm by a window. And they're going to cut us off any minute now. So I'll see you guys later. iJaadee.com. It's in my bio. Sign up for the Morning Jade newspaper. And when the Jade code comes out, the money system, you're going to get a film. You're going to get an ebook. You're going to get a workbook. And you're going to get 2 extra freebies because you're generators and manifesting generators. And you're going to get $75 off. July 22nd, 1:30 p.m. I'm so looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. And I hope you enjoyed this check-in. You know what to do. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.